America in the late 1960s was a landscape of friction. Youth rebellion and cultural change prioritized speed and freedom as the ultimate markers of success. This demographic viewed the automobile as a public declaration of identity. They demanded machines that matched their own aggressive, unapologetic energy. Ford's original 1964 Mustang occupied a different space. It was a pony car, light, simple, and styled for a more restrained era of driving. By 1969, the market had shifted. Rivals were releasing cars that were bigger, faster, and louder, creating an environment where the original Mustang's simplicity felt like a disadvantage. Ford's immediate response was a comprehensive redesign. They transformed the Mustang into a wider, longer, and more powerful vehicle, moving it definitively into the muscle car category. The 1969 iteration was physically larger in every dimension. Ford stretched the chassis and widened the track, adding significant mass to the vehicle's footprint. The front end carried a specific threat. Designers extended the hood to advertise the engine bay and recessed the headlights into an open grille. By pulling the wheels apart, they lowered the visual center of gravity, creating geometry that reads as planted and powerful. At the time, the average family sedan was an upright, boxy structure, prioritizing headroom and trunk space. The '69 Mustang abandoned those practical considerations. Its shape was a deliberate visual tool, built to command the road before the driver even touched the gas. That visual promise was backed up by an arsenal of V8 engines. Ford ignored fuel economy, focusing their engineering efforts entirely on generating raw combustion and mechanical force. To meet NASCAR requirements, Ford needed to sell a street-legal car equipped with their massive 7-liter track engine. They wedged it into a rare batch of Mustangs, signaling its presence with a colossal scoop cut directly into the hood. Meanwhile, the 428 Cobra Jet variant was tuned for the drag strip. It delivered sudden, brutal torque to the rear axle, meant to launch the car off the line as violently as possible. And you had to manage all of that kinetic energy yourself. There were no microprocessors modulating brake pressure, and no traction control systems intervening when the tires lost their grip. Driving it requires physical effort. The steering demands strength, the chassis twists under acceleration, and the exhaust roars as wheels struggle for traction. That complete lack of refinement is the vehicle's defining feature. Ford engineered a state of controlled chaos, stripping away the insulation between the driver, the engine, and the pavement. This aggression was backed by results on the track. The Boss 302 variants went door-to-door in the Trans Am Racing Series, securing high-profile victories against heavy competition. This motorsport DNA gave the car a performance identity that translated perfectly to the screen, allowing the '69 Mustang to dominate American pop culture for decades. Modern automotive design heavily favors the opposite approach. We commute in silent, aerodynamically smoothed pods that use software to isolate us from the road. Yet ask someone to picture an American muscle car, and their mind almost instinctively calls up the wide stance and deep grille of a 1969 Mustang. It persists as an icon, specifically because it is raw, heavy, and unpredictable. It stands as a monument to an era when cars were built to make you feel alive.